So actually, we got two questions. One from Matt. That's a great point. Let me just bring it up here. That's a great point, Dan. But this is probably also why companies constantly are trying to go viral. So creating and boosting organic content towards doing branding in larger scale and across countries and markets. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, yes. It's like the Holy Grail, isn't it? It's like if you can create something goes viral, you're going to get a fantastic return on investment. In fact, I've got an article coming out really soon that covers exactly this topic, and it's true. It's absolutely true. There are, but when you think about it, there are famous examples, aren't they? The recent, well, fairly recent, I suppose. There's Ocean Spray. Years ago, there was Coke and Mentos and everything in between. But I think there's a problem with the intention to make your advertising viral, and it's a numbers game. It's like, of all the, I don't have a statistic on this, right? I obviously, I don't know where you get one from, but I'm pretty convinced that of all the campaigns that were designed to go viral and probably had very little paid media spend behind them because they would tend to go viral, the proportion that do is relatively small, very small. So okay, it's fantastic if your content captures people's imagination and goes viral, or like in the case of Ocean Spray, some random person does something that you then amplify. That is fantastic, and you should always be on the lookout for that. But in terms of, I don't know, planning how to spend your budget and build your brand and managing your brand to maximize profits, it's too risky. It's too random. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
It's
I'm sitting here thinking about like Gangnam Style, how
yeah.
that would come out of a boardroom. I can't see that happening right now.
Occasionally things do go viral, but it's so rare. It is so rare, and it's not within your control.
No,
So
exactly.
therefore, it's not a very accountable way of doing marketing. It's like a gambling way of doing marketing. And I think if
Yeah.
you're a tiny brand and you don't have any budget, you should create stuff and pay whatever you've got available to you in terms of paid media and hope it goes viral. That's fine. But if you're a big brand, it's not a way to go. I don't think so. Anyway, that's just it's an opinion. Maybe I'm too risk averse, but you know, I think the intention's there, and the more, to be honest, also the more you intend to try and create something that goes viral, the more likely you might come up with something interesting anyway that does well, even if it doesn't go viral. So, yeah.
Exactly. We got another question from Peter here. He asks, when you talk about creativity, do you think real execution or advertising idea?
Well, obviously both. I mean, I think the best advertising campaigns or brands that advertise best tend to have an underlying idea that is not creative. I mean, the idea isn't creative. It's more the idea is resonant or insightful, and has therefore potential for executions that are very impactful. Yeah, if executed in a creative way. So it's kind of both. I think if you've got that idea that strikes a chord or is fascinating or interesting, then the good thing is you don't just come up with a one-off viral hit. You end up with lots and lots of ads that all do really really well. Like it's really famous Kellogg's. It's UK, so apologies to others, but it's famous Cadbury's ad with the gorilla. You might well have seen it, where it's the beginning of what is it? Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight, is it?
We don't have it in Denmark, so don't
Sorry,
worry.
oh no, this is not the international audience, Christian. Apologies. But anyway, no, just quickly. They had a big hit. It was a big phenomenon, but then they really struggled to follow it up because it was a one-off idea, not based on a resonant insight. Yeah. So I think the better things have a fantastic idea, and then even your most mediocre ads do well, and the ones that are amazing do exceptionally well. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah,
100%. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, we got another question here, and
yeah.
that's Richard. He just says thank you for answering the question before. In relation to that, what do you take creativity to mean for you? Is it more about one or the other? And I guess we just answered that. So
I
maybe we
think
should.
we have. So yeah, yes. I mean, creativity, no one can pin down what creativity means. I mean, we know what the result of creativity is, which is that it grabs and holds people's imagination and attention. You know, it's the difference between, a social media ad that holds people's attention for 0.5 seconds, which is quite common, or 0.7 seconds, most ads are like that, versus the one that holds you for 5, 10, or even 20 more seconds. It's about grabbing and holding attention and appealing to people's emotions.